Coming up on Valley News Now, we're going to dive into a grain elevator fire coming out of Warren, Minnesota, what we know right now, and we'll give you all the updates, but that's not it. We have 3 first alert weather days on the way. Lisa's going to give us an update, then we'll show you what the rest of the week looks like. But that's not all. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is starting their Miles for Smiles campaign. We have a couple great stories and an interview to show you. Valley News Now is live. And thank you very much for joining us here on Valley News Now at 11. Duke Schindler joining you here on this Wednesday late morning, and we got a lot to get into, including what's happening with this weather. We're expecting 2 rounds of snow coming through the Fargo area, not to mention 3 first alert weather days ahead for us. So, for more on that, let's send things over to Lisa Green. Then we'll check the weather on our own and see what things are looking like.
Good morning. On this Wednesday, ahead of our first alert weather days, we're gearing up for even a little bit of wintry weather this morning. We're watching out for, or this afternoon now, we're watching out for these isolated snow showers, maybe a little bit of a mix in there too as our temperatures rise above freezing today in many places, especially along the Red River and east. And we'll be seeing that possibility for this light mix to continue scattered. So again, not everybody impacted, but the possibility is there. Now heading into tonight, it really is tomorrow morning and beyond that we see that main first round of snow move in. And some of our heavier snowfall will be happening in the second half of the day on Thursday in the south and east, where you can see those heavier amounts going on, those heavier snowfall rates. Out to the west, especially over by Devil's Lake, amounts may be a lot lighter in comparison. Eventually, this first round tapers off Thursday night into early Friday, but a lot of places in that 2 to 6 inch range with this first round.
And thank you very much for that, Lisa. Now we'll check out kind of what things are looking like right now and into the future here. 33 degrees here in Fargo. Southeast winds coming out at 8 miles an hour. That is not including gusts, and we are expecting this wind to pick up over time. As you can see through our hourly temperatures, things do get up to about 38 today, and that chance of precipitation coming into play around that 5 p.m. mark. 40% at 5, 60% at 6, and then pretty much all the way through the night. Things start to taper off, well, really not anytime soon. As you can see, we're just scrolling through this into Thursday and into Friday. Tapers off around 2 a.m., but still a little bit chance of precipitation here. So if you're planning on driving, heading anywhere for this Easter weekend, make sure you are planning accordingly. As you can see right here on our 10-day, 38 snow showers, 34 on Thursday, snow, 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 snow. This is exactly what we're expecting here. So make sure you tune in to what our meteorologists have to say, whether it be over the stream or during our newscasts. We have updates that are going to be around the clock here. Now we'll bring it back to me as we have a big breaking news segment out of Warren, Minnesota. Crews, they're battling a fire at the CHS grain elevator in Warren, Minnesota. Now take a look at this video from Dar Larson. According to the Marshall County Sheriff's Office, the elevator is on fire and they have shut down a stretch of Highway 75 from Warren to a mile south of Warren. Now the city is also asking people to avoid the area and also restrict water use to help battle this blaze. Now we have a reporter that is on the way to the scene, and we are going to provide more updates whenever we can.
I don't know. I just want to hold my baby.
And those were some heartbreaking words from the mother of 3-year-old Colton after what investigators now confirm was a murder-suicide in rural Becker County that took the lives of the little boy and his father. Now, family members say 46-year-old Gene Barton has struggled with mental illness and that he left 3 suicide notes before they were both found shot in the home.
He said that he was shot in the back when he was sleeping. And then his dad crawled into bed next to him and shot himself in the chest.
Now, if you or someone you know are struggling with an emotional or mental health crisis, help is available. You can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or you can speak with trained counselors any time of day or night. It is free and confidential resource. Again, that number is 988.
I think along with the rest of the public, there's a genuine amount of disgust. It's huge that comes along with every detail that we find.
Well, the leader of the Facebook group Bring Isadora Wengel Home is responding after new claims from the man accused of killing Wengel. Now, according to court documents, Joshua Haidt told authorities he allegedly hid Wengel's remains at Beach Bums in Battle Lake, which is a property in Underwood. Now, Malaya Jimenez says she doesn't resent Fargo police for not sharing this new information as it was developing, and she knows there are restrictions when it comes to pending investigations.
It's not like they've hidden the fact that she was found and let us go search for her for all of this time. They looked based off of their warrant and she was not there. They made it clear from day one she could be in Fargo, she could be in Otter Tail counties.
Now, Fargo and West Fargo police are still asking you to be on the lookout for this red and black tote. They believe it could have Wengel's remains. Now, if you do have a tip, contact the local agency in the area of where this evidence is found. Now we're going to dive into a little something lighter. Make-A-Wish is kicking off their Miles for Smiles campaign today. It is a unique program where you can donate your unused airline miles to allow Make-A-Wish kids to fulfill a specific dream. Alex Larson chatted with the foundation and has more for us.
Good morning and welcome back to North Dakota Today. Well, I've got my blue star on, and if you were tuning into the Valley today, you know what this is all about. You may hold the ticket to a child's wish. Billy Joe Zielinski with Make-A-Wish North Dakota is here on the couch this morning to let you know how your unused airline miles can bring smiles to children with critical illnesses today. Good morning, Billy Joe.
Good morning, Tatum.
Well, she is a trooper. She's been up with us all throughout the morning newscast, and we have her here today.
Yes.
So talk to me about the Wishes and Flight program.
Well, first and foremost, I have to thank you, the team here at Valley News Live, and all of your viewers for being such generous supporters year over year and donating those airline miles so that our Wish kids can take flight. So thank you for amplifying our mission and being partners on this day. So today is our drive. So we can accept airline miles, of course, all throughout the year, but today is a call to action, making sure that people know how to do it,
right.
Remind them that this is an opportunity and a unique way to be a part of our mission.
Yeah, and it's a great option if you don't want to donate monetarily. Maybe you don't have the time to volunteer. So tell me, how do you use these miles?
Yeah, so we use these miles to grant kids wishes. So a lot of our wishes, in fact, 80% of our wishes involve travel.
Wow.
Either you going to Hawaii or Disney or to meet your favorite athlete or celebrity. And those, we don't just send the child, we send the whole family. And so each year we need about 10 million miles if we wanted to cover the cost of those travel wishes and help our donor dollars go a little bit further, because the average cash cost of a wish is about $10,000. So if we can defray some of that, that can just make our wish kids that much more, I don't know, just yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I've been up too early.
Right? I know. It's getting to her here. No, I'm kidding. But you were seeing some photos pop up on your screen too, and those were actually compilation from a recent trip, so you can see the impact these really make.
Absolutely. I mean, the Wish kid, the whole family goes. That's what, when a child is diagnosed with a critical illness, the child is not just affected, the whole family is affected, and that's why a wish is so important, to take them away and affirm and give them a respite from those hospital stays and treatments, and the family too. And so they all get to experience, again, whatever that wish journey looks like for them. And so you can see the impact on Finn, on Maddie. We just had our Wine and Wishes. So
yes.
Everett, who is going to be going to the San Diego Zoo, the whole family of 4. And so that's what these miles can do. They actually are going directly to help those Wish families take flight.
So let's talk logistics now. If viewers at home realize they've got some miles expiring, maybe they don't have enough themselves for a full ticket, can you still utilize those?
Absolutely. What is so unique about this program, we're one of the few organizations who can accept these unused airline miles, but any amount of miles from 1,000 to the sky's the limit. What's so great is that we can combine them with other donors and really make those extraordinary wishes come true in that way. And so we today and any day can accept through our website or through calling our team members today.
Yeah, and that website and phone number is actually popping up on your screen right now. So maybe if you have a little break at work, take a picture of that and have a little side quest on your computer again. Now, what's the goal this year?
Yeah, so 10 million miles every year. That's always my goal.
Yes.
That would cover everyone. We have about 100 children who are waiting for their wish currently.
Wow.
And so if we could make their wishes come true with defraying their cost of their wishes by having these donated airline miles, that would be awesome. So yeah, I think the other logistic thing I want to mention is it doesn't take very long. So even if you take a picture or go to the website now, it's really your name, email address, and your regular address, and then know your miles number from Delta or United.
Okay.
And that's it. It's usually 2 to 3 minutes.
Is it only Delta and United that are able to be accepted?
Yeah, so all airlines do have programs, and some of those like Southwest, American, etc., those can go right to, you can go right to their websites and you can donate to Make-A-Wish, but they're pooled together and then distributed.
I see.
The North Dakota chapter can accept United and Delta specific to our chapter. So that 100% comes to our chapter.
Now, I know we've talked about the long waiting list for kiddos to get their wish. What really qualifies a kid for a wish?
So you have to be between the ages of 2.5 and 18 prior to a referral. And we're a referral-based program, so we work with a lot of treating physicians who are seeing kids with conditions like cancer or a cardiac condition or neurological conditions, etc., and have the critical illness that may not be terminal, but may put the child's life in jeopardy, could be malignant or degenerative, but not necessarily life limiting, shall we say. And so, and that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing in there, Tatum said that you had to be rich or poor. I mean, illness doesn't know what your socioeconomic status is. We don't care either, because you shouldn't have to go through what a child has to go through when you receive a diagnosis like PCAN or a malignant brain tumor or a heart condition.
And you certainly can't put a price on these smiles that you're seeing up on your screen right now. Again, these are pictures from past trips. Take a picture of that website and phone number up on your screen to donate to Wishes in Flight, Miles for Smiles. Thank you so much, Billy Joe, for joining me this morning.
Thank you, Tatum. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, Tatum, for that. And we have more on Miles for Smiles just to show you how impactful your donations on this day are. We want to introduce you to Finn. He's a freshman in high school and a few years back was diagnosed with melanoma. We'll send it over to Alex Larson this time, who hopped on a call to hear about his trip to paradise.
It all kind of started when I had this mole on my ankle. It had been there a few years, and we'd gone to doctors before, and they'd kind of brushed it off.
Over the years, Finn says his mole had some concerning changes.
Decided to just go and get it removed because it was just getting more and more weird, and we were kind of suspicious of it. It took a couple weeks before we got the news back that it was, in fact, cancer.
From treatments to surgeries to immunotherapy, Finn persevered.
And I was declared cancer-free June 14th, 2023.
And after being nominated for a wish by a child life specialist at Stanford.
I just wanted to go somewhere with just beautiful waters. Great place to swim, see fish, oceans, do fishing.
Make-A-Wish North Dakota made it happen. He and his family went to Key West almost 2 years ago for Finn's wish.
I didn't know what to expect exactly when I said I want to go somewhere with crystal clear waters, because I'd always want to see that. I think when I went snorkeling, I think it delivered on that.
It was a huge surprise at his wish granting too.
And I just see balloons, cupcakes, fruit punch. And I was so confused because huh, this isn't my birthday, is it?
Finn and his family all got snorkel sets to use during his wish of seeing super clear blue water.
Got a ride in a limousine to the airport. I felt like a rich man.
From the food to deep sea fishing to snorkeling in sunshine.
I love the ocean, and especially I've always wanted to see coral reef and all that stuff underwater.
An amazing wish granted for an extraordinary kid.
I'd like to thank all the people at Make-A-Wish. It was great. It was awesome.
Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
What a wonderful story from Finn there. Getting to snorkel and going to one of the places that I've always wanted to hit, Key West. Now, before we let you go, we're going to take a look at some of these road conditions because, like I mentioned, we have 3 first alert weather days coming up and the system is making its way through. Just round 1, by the way. We got more ahead. Now, taking a look at things on the Minnesota side of the border, nothing has been impacted quite yet here. As you can see, seasonal good conditions all throughout not the valley, I should say, all throughout Minnesota here as that storm makes its way through. So we're expecting these conditions to change as the day goes on. But once we go over to the North Dakota side of the border, of course, you can tell that there is a lot more action. And before we kind of take a look at some of these road cams, I do want to just show you the radar and kind of what we're dealing with here. Now, I didn't see much for precipitation outside of our station when I came into Studio B here, but it may be one of those systems that's just going to be hovering over, going to be on and off. I believe Lisa also mentioned scattered snow showers, so it could be an on and off type of day, but this is what we're dealing with. Plenty of precipitation and plenty of activity going on in southern North Dakota. We'll see that just in a bit with these road cams, but as storms do, they move east, and as the day goes on, Fargo is going to be covered once again. This is going all the way out to about 6:30 p.m. All right, now back to what we are attacking on the North Dakota side of things. Right now, road conditions looking good from Fargo all the way up to Grand Forks. Wahpeton will start at the bottom, looking fine. No precipitation on the roads. I don't see any snow here, so we'll just kind of move right back up to Fargo, get a little closer, and it's going to be a lot of the same, I'd imagine, as the day progresses through. These conditions will be changing. I believe Lisa mentioned 3 to 6 inches for round just 1 here tonight. Now, moving a little further north in the middle of Grand Forks and Fargo near Hillsboro, looking a lot of the same. We're going to see those conditions change, I fear, coming up here, and I'll probably be doing a lot more road conditions updates coming Thursday, tomorrow, as well as Friday. Now, moving our way through, there is a little bit of action around Valley City. That will be wet, slushy conditions, and it looks like there may be some precipitation coming down there. You can see some snow accumulating on the grass. Luckily, looks like it's melting over the roads. This picture was snapped at 11:29 here, so just over 20 minutes ago. And as we get further west, this is where we're going to see the storm start to impact places. Into Jamestown, not looking too bad. Like I mentioned, this could also be a very spotty type of snow showers until the full round comes and makes its way through. Just south of Jamestown, you can see it right there on your screen. Picture snapped at 11:32. And snow is accumulating on those roads. Not quite melting. You can see the cloud cover keeping the sun from melting that on the roads. At North Dakota, 56 here south of Jamestown. Now, just for action purposes, we'll keep going and kind of show you what things are looking like to the west of us right now, because that may be what we'll be expecting as this storm moves its way through the area. Now out around North Dakota 3, you can see snow starting to accumulate there. The wetness, the snow starting to melt just a little bit, but as conditions continue to deteriorate, that's only going to build up from there. In Bismarck, that is what we'll be receiving coming up here, and you can see snow, rain, maybe a bit of a mix coming down there. Picture snapped at 11:38 on I-94. Now, just for kicks and giggles, we'll keep going west here to just show you what parts of the state are going through, and it looks like right around Dickinson, visibility is not great. Scattered snow drifts expected in that area, and Snow accumulation, definitely there. You can see it right there on I-94. Roads looking not too bad right now. Hopefully that does not turn to ice. We do not need those, especially with those conditions, especially with this storm making its way through the area. But that's kind of a quick look at what we're expecting here for road conditions coming into the area. Things looking fine right now around Fargo and the FM area, but as you can see around Mandan, Bismarck, Dickinson, things deteriorate quickly, and we got to expect that making its way through the area as the day goes on. Now, before we let you go here, we want to give you a quick reminder that the UND Fighting Hawks, they're in the Frozen Four and playing Wisconsin tomorrow at 4 p.m. on ESPN2. Puck drop, like I mentioned, at 4 p.m. And they're in Vegas for this, too. How about a great place to have a NCAA hockey championships? The winner of this game will play on April 11th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Gotta hope the best for our neighbors up north. And that's going to do it here on the desk. Thank you guys very much for joining us here on the stream. If you have a smartphone or mobile device, make sure you got the VNL app downloaded on that. You never miss a VNN at 11, 11:30, or any of our other programs that we run through the stream. So once again, thank you very much for joining us here. For Duke Schindler, we'll catch you later.